Ha ha, this is TJ Quake News, X that fake, yeah, real news, political, gaming, movies, stick around, we about to get into TJ Quake News, let's do it.
Yep, TJ Quake in your mix once again, try and do it. The TJ Quake News, back at you, in your face, 100%. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, one day till the big day. That's right. The midterm elections are with us, and it's about to go down. A lot of stuff is about to happen. A lot of stuff has been going on in the news, all kinds of crazy stuff. I just been trying to get it in, but I'm focusing on something just as a reminder for people going into these midterm elections now as to what you're going to be voting for when it comes to dealing with the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Basically, what you're going to be getting with the Democrats and what you're going to be getting when you get with the Republicans. One side, to me, in my personal opinion, is evil versus good. God fighting Satan. Okay? Satan, in my personal opinion, being the side of the big D, the Democratic Party, which, in my personal opinion, has been the most evil, sadistic party since the beginning. And I mean going way back when the Democratic Party first started, because they got a history, ladies and gentlemen. They got a history of destruction. Their history is slavery, Jim Crow laws, abortions of children, keeping our taxes raised. They have so much history of just nothing positive that we've all been fooled with all this time, because they've been making us all think that they're for the people, that they're for you, they're for the little guy, they're for the black, they're for the Mexican, they're for, the Muslim, they're for anybody who's not white. Nowadays is the kind of thing that they're saying now. And they kind of moved into that scenario because they lost the battle the first time around back in, the 1800s, the 1700s and so on up into the 1800s, into the 1900s. But anyway, these guys, the Democratic Party, they've never been your friends. They've been a wolf in sheep's clothing. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Before you guys go out, and a lot of you people I already know have gone out there, you did your votes. Also, first, before I really get started, I want to give a shout out to Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens, David Harris, Kirk, from Turning Point USA. These guys here started the Young Black Leadership, Republican leadership thing for conservative blacks who finally got to get a chance to go to the White House, something Brandon Tatum actually and Candace, along with other big members in their group, have put together. Okay, shame on you, Al Sharpton, for trying to downplay something real black people do for black people. Unlike what your stupid prejudice behind does and everything. You got this fool Al Sharpton out there talking smack on young black people who've been out there trying to make things happen and trying to make their communities go great. And they go and try to do something with the president and they make it happen. Brandon Tatum and them made this thing happen at the White House. They had a four-day event, I believe, with the whole walkaway movement as well. It was huge. The media downplayed the shit. Left-wing media, you probably barely heard anything about it. Why? Because they don't want to see black people leaving that plantation, people. And this is just more of why the Democratic Party is evil. And I'm just going to be real with you. They're just straight evil. They are lies. They are deceit. They bring nothing but destruction. They bring nothing but hatred. They bring division to the ultimate T. I mean, straight ultimate T. They try to make Donald Trump out to be the division person, but the real division president was Barack Obama. Yes, that fool right there, who y'all know is a Muslim. Okay, nothing wrong with being a Muslim there, Barack, and everything, but why don't you just admit what you really are? You're not a Christian, brah. You never were. And everything, and in my personal opinion, he's not one of the good Muslims. He's one of those radical ones. He just hides it and everything, because his real true point was that fool wanted all kinds of destruction to happen to this country. He wanted to bring in not just good moderate Muslims into this country. He wanted to bring in all those tyrant, those evil, sadistic Muslims, those radical ones that, look at America as, the heathens. We're Satan here, so they want to destroy us, and they'll do anything they can to get into the country to make that happen. Barack Obama wanted to make that happen, along with his kick pal Hillary Clinton. Don't understand her deal at all. She's just pure evil altogether. That girl is just a demon. Everybody knows it. She's a crook. She's done crazy stuff in her past. All you people have to do is just look this stuff up. I mean, if you really wanted to do your research, which is what these black leaders, these black people who became these people weren't all just, at first Republicans. These people were all Democrats at first, including myself. We're all Democrats. We all started off as a Democrat because that was just the thing that was kind of you were raised up with, to always think that the Republicans and the conservatives, those were the bad guys. Those are the guys that were the racists. Those are the blah, blah, blah. And you not really knowing that and checking your history to find out what the real deal is, you would have believed it, because most of the time we just kind of go with our parents and tell us, that's the white man, and the white man, the real bad ones are those Republicans. And that's what most black people were raised up believing. And they're still on that plantation. They've been mentally, brainwashed into believing that. And so a droid, he doesn't program himself. He just goes off of what's programmed into him. And unfortunately, black people, and I'm speaking to my black people, you guys have been androids, robots who have been programmed to thinking a certain way. And you don't know how to unprogram yourself. You don't know how to get off of that thing. At least I could give it in the Terminator movies. At least Skynet, those fools, actually the robots took control. They became intelligent. They figured out a way to say, hey, we ain't gonna be in control by the man anymore. We're gonna take control. And they started thinking outside the box, and somehow they managed to program themselves and get rid of the man, humankind, and everything. I wish black people could wake up like that. You know what I'm saying? Not, destroy anything, but, wake up to, hey, we're still on this planet. We're still getting whipped by the man. Yeah. So, and coming to that point right now, to even just to that, again, like I said, I want to thank, Brandon Tatum, all those guys for doing, the black team leadership deal. That's a great direction for us conservatives who are of, minority race here, blacks, Mexicans, Chinese, whoever you name it. It's about time that we wake up and join some of our white brethren who have already been there, kind of saying, hey guys, we're your friends. We're the ones that are trying to tell you, come over here. Hey, remember back in the Civil War? We fought for you guys so you guys can get off that damn plantation and stop getting whipped by that evil Democratic white boy over there who's trying to keep you down in the mud and wants to keep you as a slave. The Democrats have never stopped trying to do that, people. They've only changed the way they do things. Their tactics have been changed, but their colors are still the same. They're still in that gray Civil War outfit fighting to keep slavery. They've never left. You guys have been fooled in thinking that these fools are still, all of a sudden one day they changed. They literally fooled you into thinking that they changed. I always bring this up. Malcolm X, who was supposedly supposed to be Mr. Barack Obama's, a guy that he looked up to. You go back to Barack Obama's heyday when he was young. Man, he worshipped freaking Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? He read all the books he was all about Malcolm X and so forth. All that shiz. But Malcolm X said back in the day, any black person that votes a Democrat is a chump. Straight up. He straight up told black people, y'all need to stop voting for these guys. These Democrats ain't done nothing for you in the last 5 years or whatever during the time that he was dealing with the Democratic Party. He didn't have that much great things to say about the Republican Party, but at least he could say that the Republican Party was a little bit more the side he would be on if he had to choose and everything. Because at least he knew that with them, yeah, they were kind of like money hungry kind of cats at the time, whatever, and so forth. But they weren't the ones trying to keep you in bondage and everything, lying to you about we're going to help out your community. We're going to make sure. You know what the Democrats decided to do to help out your community? We're going to put drugs in there. We're going to put you guys on welfare, and you guys are going to depend upon us, the government, to take care of you. That's what the Democrats did, and they succeeded in it. LBJ, what did he say? I'm going to have them niggers voting Democrat for the next 200, 300 years. And you want to know what's so funny? He was right. He was right. He was right. He had us voting for them flipnicks for the last 200. Who knows how long that stuff is still going. They're still doing it. We still got all these black people that ain't woken up. Now they're scaring Kanye West into backing out of his mess now. Kanye was looking like he was going to try to be that guy that was high rolling, you know, for the conservatives here, for black conservatives. He got all these black people going, yeah, go Kanye, we got your back, dude. Now he's turning around saying, I don't like Brexit. I don't like Candace Owens because they used me. What? I'm with you, Brandon. On that part, dude. I saw that last video you did. I see how heated you were. Trust me, I'm right there with you, bro. Because I don't get it, dude. I don't understand it. They used you? Who used you? The only people who've been using you is people like Jay-Z and the rest of them flipnicks who didn't think you could rap back in the day and so forth. And then finally you got your own chance and you broke away from that mess and you proved yourself and everything. We thought you were doing the same thing now. Was breaking away from them flipnicks and saying, no, I'm going to think for myself. We all followed you on that. We was like, yeah, go on, Kanye. Yeah, you talk kind of crazy a little bit. You know. Yeah, you kind of get a little weird sometimes. But, you know, we could decipher what you're saying. The people on the left, they just thought you were just straight out dumb nuts and everything. But you were making sense about a lot of things that you were saying. And we like, dang, Kanye's in the mix. Wow. Now I don't know what to think about Kanye. You know what I'm saying? One moment he's up there hugging the president, thinking the president's, I love you, man. I love you, Mr. President. You know, even Trump was like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, yeah, I love you too, dog, cool. You know, so, you know, Kanye, you're the one that put yourself in that position, dude. And now you backing away? Why? Because somebody's threatening you? Well, welcome to the party, dude. Welcome to the party. Everybody gets threatened nowadays. And everything, wearing a MAGA hat or whatever. What do you think was going to happen? And so forth. I know that ain't just Kanye doing that just out of the blue. He's now all of a sudden, I'm not going to deal with politics anymore. Because he thinks somebody used him. Who used you? If anything, everybody was glorifying you, dude. They were freaking backing you up. Now you're up there making us look bad? Because we all freaking fell for your stupidity, craziness? Man, maybe you really are crazy, dude. Maybe you really are a nutcase. Maybe they do need to put you back in that daggone freaking... Because, dude, you make no sense, dude. But this back and forth shit ain't working. That don't work, dude. It doesn't. Get off that shiz. So enough about Kanye and all that bullshit and everything. But let's go back to what I was saying. When you really want to see who's racist, it's right in front of your face. But most people won't accept it. And I'm going to show you something that the media freaking completely just blew over. Oh, it was funny. She was making a joke. And then I'm going to talk about my black people, what they were saying about this, the ones that actually defended this shiz. I want you to see something that Miss Hillary Clinton said on a big TV show. She was doing, you know, her little running around, you know, still, you know, blaming everybody else for why she lost the election shiz. And, you know, this lady, host lady was up there asking questions, and she was confused about the two candidates and everything. I'm going to let you see this for yourself, because this right here is going to let you know the epitome of who the Democrats, I put it to you like this. If you stick around a person long enough, they will soon let you know who they truly are. Truly are. And Hillary Clinton, in my opinion, she let us know who she truly was years ago. People just ain't paying attention. But here it is, blank in your face. And then we're going to talk about this, because this right here tripped me the frick out and pissed me off to no end. And I'll tell you why. So check this out real quick. I'm going to show you this thing with Hillary Clinton and her so-called, oh, I'm just joking. Now check this shiz out.
you know, that's childish.
What do you think of Cory Booker's? And you didn't comment on him, and you feel free.
Oh, I adore him.
What do you think about him saying kick them in the shins, essentially? Start to get to that kind of political.
Well, that was Eric Holder.
Yeah, Eric Holder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know they all look alike.
No, they don't. Oh, well done. You know, Hillary.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's your girl, Hillary Clinton. Now, this is the ironic thing. Because what I want to get into about this is that most people, they still don't see it. They still don't see it, even when that's blatant in your face and everything. She just literally made a joke about black people, basically saying, "Oh, they all look alike." It's a typical racial term and everything that people back in the Jim Crow days, back in the racial period time when we actually had real racism. Back in that time, that was a kind of a joke that you could say back then, you know, amongst your white, you know, democratic, racial, racist friends and everything, because they could make jokes about it. Oh, porch monkey. Oh, look at the black people. They glow in the dark. Their eyes glow in the dark when you turn the lights out or whatever, and so forth. Hey, smile. Hey, smile in the dark. Smile. Oh, we see your teeth. Oh, I see you now. Yeah, that kind of shiz and everything. Remember those jokes? Well, those were all jokes that were created by some racists, like the one Hillary Clinton just said right now. See, she just basically said, you know, the one chick was up there, got the two guys confused, you know, because she forgot, you know, she just wasn't paying attention to, you know, this name. I've done it plenty of times. That's so-and-so. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I got him confused with Joe Blow over there and everything. I always get their names mixed up, or which one is who on that. So Hillary decides to go, oh, I'm going to go with this one. And say, oh, it's not your fault. They pretty much, they you know, they all look alike. Everything. Now, you notice the host said immediately, no, they're not. No, they don't. She kind of tried to correct Hillary, like, Hillary, hey, come on, you know, but she's still kind of laughing and giggling. The whole audience is clapping. That was so funny. Them Negroes, yeah, they all look alike. Hillary can get away with saying that bullshit. Nothing said. Roseanne says something about a freaking, you know, an Arab and a motherfucking monkey and from the Planet of the Apes and everything about somebody. She loses her freaking career. Why? Because she's a Republican. Hillary, she's a Democrat, so it's okay for a white, racist Democrat to say something like that. And everybody just ignores it. You want to know what I found very crazy about this whole thing? In that little article there where you saw that the thing, all the people in this feed here was on a Twitter feed, right? And everything. This guy's here, Matt Betzel, whatever his name is. So see all these tweets here? You got people that were disgusted by this, and then people that are actually saying it was okay. Like this chick here, Blue Steel. I find your take interesting. Let me tell you why. You know the context. She is making fun of the reporter, but you assume we are all going to make an issue of this because black people don't have more important issues to worry about. So this black girl technically is basically defending Hillary for that comment. You know what I'm saying? So you have people like her and other people going back and forth with white people over there saying, wow, if we said that, we'd be freaking going to jail almost right now. Our lives would be over. Racist! You're evil! You're racist, you! We're going to report you. You're going to lose your job. You know, you got all these type of comments on here, you know. It's stupid. It's like stupid as you can all get out. She says, we all look alike as a joke black people have made when we have gotten mistaken for other black people. Yeah, stupid. Was that joke made about white people, though? Was that joke made about white people? So you could say, oh, that's a joke that us white people joke about because some people, you know, mistake us for looking alike. That's what she's trying to do. She's basically making an excuse for Hillary saying that. This is a Democratic black chick who's up there basically saying that and everything. You know? And this other girl here, BJ, now she comes back and says, no, this is the kind of joke that's okay among friends, but becomes fighting words with a stranger. Hillary was not behaving like a friend, but a gossipy old biddy on her Arkansas porch. Because, you know, Hillary's from Arkansas. That's one of them southern, you know, Jim Crow, back in the day, southern racist places. You know, her best friend, her mentor was Robert Byrd. You people look his name up. Robert Byrd. Okay? This guy here, that dude, Robert Byrd, hate to tell you people, but he was a straight up KKK racist. There's pictures of him and Hillary hugging and he's kissing her. She even has a video after he died. He was my mentor. I learned so much from Robert Byrd. I will truly miss him. He was the greatest, you know, inspiration to me. A guy who was the head of a KKK clan. This guy was on television saying the N-word. And this is her mentor. Somebody she cherishes. But nobody looks at that. Nope. People, look it up. It's real easy. I don't have to really show it to you on here. I can, but why? And everything. Look it up. Do your research like all the other smart black people that are leaving that dadgum Democratic plantation. People, what I'm trying to tell you is we're going into the midterms. It's about time you start to wake up. Realize who your real enemy is. White people, black people, Mexican people, all y'all and everything. These people, these Democrats are on the side of Satan. It's Satan. Satan don't have nothing good for us. Satan wants you to kill your babies. Satan wants you to basically say there is no real sex, that you can change your sex and all this stuff, and now there's a zer and a ger and a ver and a they and everything. Satan wants to confuse everybody, and the Democratic Party is they are the masterminds, the orchestrators of all this. They just fluently put it in your ear and try to make it look, and they keep doing it little bit by little bit till it actually makes it sound good. Till actually killing a baby is not so bad. Oh, well, it's not really human yet. It's not human. It's not, you know, well, you know, at 3 months, they're not, you know, I would say you could go up to 3 months. Well, I say you could go up to 5 months. Hillary says you can go up to 9 months. Isn't that great? You're a 9-month-old baby about to be born, and Hillary says it's okay to kill you. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you, Democratic Party. Yes. What was it, Margaret Feinstein or something like that? Not Feinstein. Margaret Fastinger. I keep forgetting how her last name is pronounced. She was the one that started that whole mess with aborting kids, Planned Parenthood, and everything. She put people don't realize is that this chick was helping out the KKK, was up there at KKK meetings talking about this stuff, saying we can put this in the black people's neighborhoods and make it so that they kill themselves. You guys won't have to do anything. You can wash your hands of all the hanging. You don't have to do it anymore. The black people will do it for you. They'll kill their own people before they're even born. Won't that be great? The KKK's like, yeah, well, hickory dickory. That sounds great to us, Margaret. Let's do it. How do we implement it? Well, we just got to make sure we get all you KKK guys. You guys are going to have to clean yourselves up a little bit, and you guys are going to have to start looking like, you know, you guys care about black people, and, you know, be part of, and, you know, start acting like you're going to give them things and do things for them, but really you're going to keep them on the plantation. You're going to keep them in those ghettos. Yeah, and you'll put drugs in there. Start pushing the drugs in there. Yeah, do that. They'll start selling to themselves. They'll kill themselves, and they'll get gangs going and all that kind of stuff, and they'll start just shooting each other and all that. We'll keep our neighborhoods nice and clean, though. Our neighborhoods will be the rich little nice neighborhoods and everything, but we'll never really say where we really live. We'll just say, hey, we're with you. Hey, we're with you. They don't even count you in the census. Yeah, we'll start talking like that, you know, and we'll have people like Hillary Clinton one day will say, hey, I carry hot sauce in my pocket. I'm one of you, nigger. Yeah, that's exactly what they do, and that's exactly what they've been doing. And you black people, Mexican people, Asian people, all y'all fell for it. Even white people. You got white people nowadays really cracking me up. These snowflakes. I'm calling them the snowflake kids, okay, of the white race. Because you guys are jacking yourselves up. You guys don't even realize that if the Democratic Party wins this situation, if they have their way, you guys will be at war with every other race in the world. Middle Eastern, Black, Asian, you name it. And you guys will not only be at war with it, but you guys will be helping those particular classes that hate white people still and everything, that think that the white man's the devil and all this craziness. You'll be helping them kill yourselves off because you're already doing it now. You got white women out there saying, white men need to sit down and shut up. White men are this and white men are that and white men are the evil, evil, evil. I said, have you forgotten that you're white yourself? That you're the one that actually bears white men? Yeah, you white lady. Your father's white. Your mother's white. But you're hating on your own race. You're hating on a white man, saying that the white man is the problem. Okay, then let's not see you shack up with any more white dudes then. I guess you're done with white men. Is that what you're going to come to next? You know, it's to me, I don't get it. I saw a dude on a freaking thing saying, you're a white man, you're a whitey, aren't you? This dude is white as a freaking Casper and everything. Talking about to another dude who looks more colored than he does, calling him a whitey. You're a whitey. You're a white man. You're a freaking whitey, man. You're freaking evil. White man calling another white man evil because he's white. How does that work? See, ladies and gentlemen, I've woken up into seeing that every day I look at the Democratic Party and the people that follow the Democratic Party are completely losing it. And they're losing it because ever since this last election with Donald Trump winning in 2016, you know, they just do not know how to handle loss. The media is the biggest ones for this. They are so butthurt that the media has literally let you know who they really are. It used to be you thought the media was like biased. Like you thought the media was those people that, you know, they're talking the news, they're reporting the news. You kind of knew there was something a little weird about the media sometimes, the way they did things. And I started figuring stuff out about that way back in the day when OJ thing went down and we did something on Extra and everything. And how these fools edited out all the stuff that we said good about OJ. And I was kind of finding that funny. Well, how come they took out all the stuff that we said good about them and made it look like we were talking bad about them? That's when I first started figuring out that the media be doing some scandalous shiz. They will lie to you people in your freaking face. They don't report real news. They create the news to the way they want it to be. They start the narrative and they push it in that direction. And because we made the media so powerful in this country and throughout the world, to be, you know, honest with you and everything, England is the same way. BBC, I think, is one of their big networks out there. We have NBC, CNN, CBS, you know, all of these mainstream left-wing media stations that to me are completely the right arm of the left-wing party. They're the ones that throw all the blows. Boom, 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 constantly, which is what they always do to Trump. Now, what they're not used to, ladies and gentlemen, is they're not used to... they're not used to being hit back. It throws them off. They're like, oh, wait a minute. Why is he hitting us back? This doesn't happen. Yeah, Donald Trump is bow, motherfucker. What? Yeah, that's what he's doing. Donald Trump throws blows back. He don't sit there and just take it like other presidents in the past. Bush, you know, the Bushes did that. Any of these kind of these presidents in the days where there were Republicans, Romney when he was running, they call him a racist. That's all they ever do, people. They throw out the racist card. You notice that? Does anybody notice that? That every single thing that comes out is racist. People, doesn't that make you kind of sit back and go, something's not right here? Why is it that everything that turns around has to be racist or misogynist or homophobic? Why is that? The last 2 years have been the worst 2 years of this whole race crap that I still have not seen. I'm like going, where's all this racism you guys keep talking about? Donald Trump's a racist. Now that the news is just straight out saying Don Lemon, just straight out calling him a racist. Don Lemon, let me tell you something, bro. You're the racist. You're the racist. Don Lemon said that all white men need to be shut down, pretty much. White men are evil. Hey, Don Lemon, can you tell me why you're dating a white man? Just kind of wanted to know that. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Don Lemon is dating a white dude and everything. Yet in the same breath, he's saying the white men are freaking the downfall of all of us. That the white men something needs to be done about them. Here's a man who's on a freaking network that I'm pretty sure the person that hired him was white. The people that own the station are white. The people that own most of these major corporations are probably white. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's some Mexicans and blacks in there too that are owning some of these big businesses. But I'm saying that in some of these big corporations, who are the faces you see, ladies and gentlemen? They're all white. All the people that are on the Democratic Party side, that are the elite Democrats, well, guess who they are? They're white. Yet they're the same ones saying white this, white that is evil, white, white, white. And they'll let a white black person sit right next to them and say white people are evil. And they're sitting there like that one lady from freaking Hawaii up there saying all white men need to shut up and sit down. And two of her white Democratic colleagues are sitting behind her like this. I'm like, you dumbass. Really? She just told your ass to shut the frick up. And you sitting there just saying, yeah, she's right. We're just going to go ahead. Okay. Remember that old comedy that Eddie Murphy did back in the day on his stand-up comedy and everything, when he was talking about the man and his wife, and the wife would always, get mad about something, and you would see the husband always, yes, dear. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, dear. Okay. It was that kind of thing. He was always backing down. He was always bowing down to her and everything. And then one day the motherfucker got some balls and said, you know what? The hell with you, witch. I ain't doing that. But man, get out of my damn face. You know what? If you don't like it, too bad. Motherfucker got some balls and said, I ain't doing that. I ain't taking this no more. That's Donald Trump. Says, I'm sorry, Flipnicks, but you ain't throwing a blow and think you ain't getting one back. Matter of fact, you might get boom, 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 3 of them back. That's how I roll. Donald Trump is street. That's why I like Donald Trump. Because that man don't take no mess. He ain't gonna sit back and just let you throw blows on him, and then you just sit there and he's just gonna take it. Like, oh, okay, I'll take the media telling me I'm evil and I'm a dictator and I'm a Hitler and all this other stuff and everything. No, Donald Trump, he gets shiz done. He makes things happen. He holds boardroom meetings for business in the White House, getting all these major business corporations together to come back into the country. Did Obama do that? No, never once. The economy's blowing up, ladies and gentlemen. Our economy's blowing up. He's protecting our borders. He's trying to make sure that we don't get evil flipnicks that may be in some of those caravans. Not saying all of them, but a lot of them. And if you notice what they've been doing, motherfuckers have been ripping fences down, throwing rocks at the police, getting all craziness, throwing up freaking our flag, burning the shiz. Yep, but we're supposed to say, yeah, come on in. Hell, we welcome you. People say, oh, how dare you say it's an invasion? Yeah, when motherfuckers are walking in formation with flags of their country that supposedly they're supposed to be running away from because there's so much tyranny, we need asylum. Well, you could have got asylum in freaking Mexico. But they didn't want it over in Mexico. You notice that? You're free now. You're away from the crazy whatever. You're in Mexico now. How come you don't take the asylum there? I don't get it. They offered you jobs, food, all kinds of stuff. From what I heard, the president was trying to offer them. They didn't want to take it. They want to still keep marching towards our borders. Because they know over here, they can get into more mischief and take more money from all of us. And so forth. Instead of going through the proper procedures of going to, becoming a citizen, making sure that you know our language, making sure you know our Constitution, making sure you know our laws. They don't want to do that. They just want to come into our country all haphazardly and then not know how to speak the damn language. And now we had to sit there and try to figure out what the frick, they come and call a job like where I work at, and all of a sudden they don't know how to speak English. And they get mad because you don't speak their language. I'm like, dude, you in America. Learn the language. I understand you want to speak Spanish, which is a beautiful language. Trust me, I'm half Puerto Rican. I know the deal and everything. Don't speak it fluently. But Guess what? I grew up speaking English. Why? Because I'm in an English-speaking country. And in an English-speaking country, you need to know how to communicate with other English-speaking people. The majority of the people in this country speak English. Yes, we do have Spanish speaking and all that, and that's great, and so forth. But don't force me to have to learn your language, so now I can't get this job now because all of a sudden everybody that's calling in are, you know, Latinos and you know, whatnot, and they don't speak the language. Well, sorry, dude. You came to our country, learn our language. Everything. But they don't want to do that. And I'm supposed to be like, yeah, come on in. Please. So, all I got to say is, people, is that we need to start really waking up to what the nonsense is going on. There's making sense of stuff. There's things that make sense and things that are nonsense. And, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers out there right now. You guys can be watching, checking out. They're all pretty much trying to let you guys know the walk away movement, all this stuff. Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens, you know, Uber guy, you know, David Harris, all these guys that I be watching all the time. You know, the 4Js. These guys are out there trying to warn you. They're trying to let you know. They're waking you up to say, yo, dude, aren't you tired of being whipped by these people? Be a free thinker. Like Kanye once was saying, before he lost it again, be a free thinker. Don't let these fools tell you what to do. Don't let these fools tell you how you can talk. That's another reason why I can't stand the Democrats. They're up there telling you how you allow what you can say, what you can't say anymore. Sorry, can't say Merry Christmas. That offends people. Sorry, can't wear that costume. You're wearing a costume in India. Yeah, you can't wear that costume, little boy, because that's offensive to Indians. You're wearing an Indian outfit, so now I can't wear an Indian outfit. I had saw one thing where the kid couldn't wear a Black Panther outfit because, well, that's culturally inappropriate for him to wear a Black Panther outfit because Black Panther was black. The whole idea of Halloween, ladies and gentlemen, if I can remind you, is that you get to dress up as something that you're not. You get to dress up whatever you like to. You want to dress up looking like a wall? You can look like a wall, and that's your costume. You want to dress up looking like Dracula? You get to dress up like a Dracula. Hey, but he's not really a vampire. Does that mean he's offending people that really do suck blood? Oh, you can't do that. That's culturally inappropriate, little boy. Sorry, you can't dress as Dracula anymore. Oh, that's offensive to dogs. You looking like a werewolf. Sorry, can't wear that costume anymore. That's offensive. That's how crazy, people, the Democratic side has become. This stuff is all coming from the left. It ain't coming from the right. The right, we still back in the days of when everything was cool, like the 80s. Remember the 80s, people? Remember the 90s? Things were cool back then. People could joke, have comedy shows, and so forth. Comedians can't even be comedians anymore. Why? Because they make one long little teeny joke. Ah! Cultural police, SJWs. Get him out of here. He's a racist. I tell you, people, it's getting ridiculous, which is why we need to get out and vote coming up tomorrow. If you haven't voted yet, I know there's been a lot of you early voters out there. If you haven't voted yet, get out and vote today, you guys. Get out tomorrow and vote. Make your vote count, because this time around, I'm telling you right now, and this has always been said, these elections are, well, this is the most important. I'm telling you right now, this one right here, this is the most important election for Christians. And I'm telling you reason why. Because Christians, we are fighting against the demon, Lucifer, who wants to destroy everything that we believe in. They want to take God out of everything we do. They want to force us to do things that are not of what God would have us do. And everything. They want to force upon us things that, as Christians, we know where we stand. And they don't like it. They don't like it when Kavanaugh has a Christian background. When the other justice chick that was going to be probably, when she was going through her hearing, you hear what the Democrats were saying to her? Well, you're too Christian. Well, you're going to bring those Catholic. Well, how much, you're Catholic. How do we know that's not going to, go into your determination on things you judge about, like Roe v. Wade? Saying the same thing about Kavanaugh. Why? Because he's a Christian. They don't want Christianity in things, people, because that goes against the things that they are trying to implement. which is all this demonic crap, things that go against God. So, get out there and vote, people. I'm trying to let you know. This is going to be a battle for the real deal this time around, man. This could be something that could bring along either something very good for at least a little bit longer, or something very evil for a lot longer. And you all know what that means. Biblically, read your book Revelations and it'll tell you. So that's where I just want to get off my chest. I want to give you guys a little piece of my mind on that, and hopefully you guys can subscribe to the TJ Quake News channel. I might be changing it to TJ Quake Ghetto News, or Ghetto News, TJ's Ghetto News, something like that, because my shit is ghetto. I'm sorry, people. I just talk out I just rough it. You know what I'm saying? I throw out a little slang. I just talk the street. So that's me. It's more ghetto-fied. So I might be getting, into that little change of name there here soon, and really, have to get ready to up my game a little more, start getting more videos out to you people on all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we've been talking a lot of politics because that's just what's going on right now. And unfortunately, we got to deal with a lot of dingbats and people out there that are just trying to make things not good for us, especially in California. Hopefully, Cox wins over this other flipneck, I forgot what his name is. I don't care about his name, because all I know is that guy's a Democrat who wants to break this country, this state, into a sanctuary state and everything. And he wants to make healthcare available for free for all the illegals that come over. So if that caravan happens to make it through and everything, and somehow these Democrats manage to make it to where these fools can come in, which I pray that Donald Trump's thing works and makes it so they can't come in. But that's what they really want, people. They need new voters, because they notice more people like this ain't voting for them anymore. Yeah, we woken up. That's what I love about the whole Black Leadership Summit thing that Brennan Tatum and Candace Owens and Point USA has done, is because they're making black people aware that you don't have to be on this Democratic plantation. You guys can leave this. You can think for yourselves. You can vote for who you want to. Don't let somebody scare you into whatever it is and everything. They don't like you, then who gives a flip? I don't care. I don't get intimidated by people and everything. You get in my face, you better be ready to go. You better be ready to throw down and everything, because I'm not going to sit there and just let you jump in my face. Not like you see these fools doing to some of these senators and congressmen at these restaurants and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't going down like that on the real deal, people and everything. So you people that think you guys can do that shit to people just because you think you're in the right, because you think we're Nazis, I like to remember, if you go back to your history, what black person was a Nazi? Who was black that was in the Nazi party? If I remember correctly, the Nazis hated blacks and did not care for us. They wanted to exterminate us too, along with the Jews, if they had the opportunity. So I don't know where you guys are getting off saying, when you see a black conservative, that, oh, you're a part of the Nazi party too. You're a part of the Nazi. How the frick do you figure that, Flipneck? How do you figure that? How do you figure a black man is somebody who is a part of the white supremacist racist party? That's the reason why I know you guys are stupid. That's when I figured out when you guys are loony, cuckoo in your head, because you're not thinking logically. And I only think logic. I only think the way things make sense. You guys make no sense. You guys are nonsense. And that's just straight up every day. You prove it to us. Every day I see you on the news, the way the media is, how they hate 24/7 hate Trump. They've come out literally and said they no longer report the news. It's literally, how can we destroy the president? That's it. This is how you know these guys have literally lost their minds. And I hate to see it if they actually lose in the midterm elections here. If they lose the Congress and the Senate, dude, talk about seeing some boohoo and crying once again, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be seeing all these little snowflakes again, freaking going crazy. So be prepared, because these fools might get out. They might start getting out crazy. You might have to be ready to knock some fools out that want to jump in your face. So On that note, people, I'm going to leave you at that. This is TJ Quake News. I hope you guys enjoyed my flavor, and may the funk be with you. Go and vote, peoples. Peace out. Love you, Michelle. MJ. That's my wife.
Ha, this is TJ Quake News, X that fake, yeah, real news, political, gaming, movies, stick around, we about to get into TJ Quake News, let's do it.